Like we always do at this time on a Monday night, Kenny Holtz, my man, how you doing?
You already know I go for mine. We got to shine. A Jay Uso going to the Saturday night main event. Uh, I tried. I tried. I
Now
tried.
you tried. Follow Kenny Holt on all social media platforms at Kawabunga _K_E_N. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, the letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. We are doing this live after Monday Night Raw, October 20th. Raw just finished about a few minutes ago. Also on IG and TikTok too, out of Three Falls Pod. Go ahead, find us on there. As I mentioned, Raw just finished, and we have now the number one contenders match official for Saturday night's main event in about 2 weeks between CM Punk and Jay Uso. I had like 4 graphics ready to go. I had a Uso, a Dominic, I had a Braun before they told me couldn't be a part of it. LA Knight. And I'm like, all right, come on, what we got? What we got? What we got? So once I saw Jey Uso, scrap LA Knight, scrap the Braun Breaker, scrap Dominic. I'm like, all right, here we go. Jey Uso, CM Punk, and the winner will become the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. I used to also, I apologize. We're doing this live on X and on YouTube. So anybody watching, comments, questions, feedback regarding Raw tonight, SmackDown on Friday. This now new main event between CM Punk and Jey Uso. Chime in. We definitely want to hear you guys and get your feedback. Again, most importantly, youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Let's get those subscribers up. I see about 35 already have chimed in. Okay, Kenny, are you shocked that it's Jey Uso and not an LA Knight or somebody else? Who was your pick before this match?
Before when the beginning of Raw, you saw Braun Breaker
True.
walk out with that title, and then he announced this battle royal match. I was like, oh, Braun Breaker gonna win this shit, and he gonna face off
Facts.
against CM Punk, and we about to get the New Age Batista. But
Mm.
Adam Pearce said, scrap that. Both of y'all kicking both your asses out. So we got to get somebody new. So I thought initially it was going to be I put my money on LA Knight. I thought LA Knight was going to
Mhm.
get that push, possibly be like, all right, give him the title, probably lose it again, just give him that, like give it to him.
Yeah.
Um Interesting, they put Jay back in the title run. I guess they doing it now with the his new turn, baby Roman, is real conflicting him and Jimmy now. So that's really going to build
Mhm.
something with that. So that's really going to build more with it. Possibly does Jay get another title run to be, a baby Roman? His killer instinct starts to kick in. Maybe he's really taking with Roman's advice. Yo, in order to be the great, you gotta do some things that you ain't proud of doing, but it's all to be great. Greatness comes at a price, and that's losing family or losing who we are.
That's right. Noob, thank you, man. I always appreciate you for
What up,
tapping in.
noob?
I don't know where Noob lives at or what time it is, but it's around 10:40 here in New York. So wherever you at, Noob, thank you. We appreciate you. We're doing good. Just finished Monday Night Raw. I'm still trying to keep tap of Game 7 between the Mariners and the Blue Jays. I don't,
They
and
still
also
playing?
they
Jesus.
still, yeah. I mean, little sidebar. Get away from this real quick. Also the Lions and the
The
Toronto.
Lions won.
Oh, they won.
Lions won.
Toronto caught up. They were down 3-1. They're up 4-3 in the bottom. No, the end of the seventh. So that game is down to the wire. Game 7, Mariners and Blue Jays.
If it ain't the Yankees, I don't want to hear.
That's right. I think for me,
What you got, man?
no, if they did not kick out Braun, Sin Reed, and Braun Breaker, I would have went with Braun Breaker. Most importantly, um, then after that, you see who's in the Battle Royal graphic: AJ, Dominic, Jey Uso, and now we got some people.
Mm-hmm.
I thought LA Knight would have been in it because if you go back to last week in the triple threat match, CM Punk pinned Jey Uso.
Yeah,
So I thought LA Knight was like would have had the feeling like, damn, I didn't get pinned last week. So it could have been me and CM Punk uh for the strap, but now Jey Uso wins a fucking 20-man battle royal. Um I for a minute I thought Don was gonna win because the way he got thrown out and he came right back in and the referee did not see him. I thought it was like a playing homage to Austin in the 97 Rumble. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
they're really gonna do Dominic and CM Punk, which I wasn't mad about for a hot second. Give me Dominic and CM Punk. But now it's Jay and Punk. And to your point about the story of Roman trying to, big up and coach Jey Uso to be, what he wants him to be, a big time champion. This is your time, your shit, you're the guy. And then you see Jimmy helping out Jay a couple times
A lot of
in
time.
I'm gonna say a Rumble and then the Battle Royal, and then he helped eliminate both LA Knight and Jimmy Uso. I'm like, oh shit. So now we're down to Dom and Jay, and we get Jey Uso and CM Punk. I'm like, okay, but now it's
Ooh, yeah.
like,
Now you really gotta think.
do you see Jay walking out champion? Is there a way? Um, Obviously I can see Punk winning, but do you see a way where Jey Uso walks out?
Yeah,
As talk to me.
I think that if Jay wins it, this really is going to make it's really gonna like give Jay the instinct of giving more than just winning, more than just being a one champion done. What if Jay starts getting his little run
Mhm.
in this? Because, like I said before, the bloodline story never dies. It doesn't matter if it's Roman, doesn't matter if it's the Usos, Solo, whoever. The saga, the story will never die. And I think that if Jay wins this is just going to boost his morale where he's going to be within the gray area. Before then,
Mhm.
we saw the Yeet Wave. We all saw it at WrestleMania, but boom, if Jay wins the title in Saturday Night Main Event, this is probably going to unlock a different character trait from him. He's going to be very much in the gray area. He's going to be with like the mercenary type of way where,
Mhm.
hey, you know what? When I yeeted, when I was yeeting, guess what? I was the fan favorite. I got the fans on my side. But, doing all that, I helped a lot of people. I helped a lot of people to get them to help me. But all that, what I did in the before, didn't get me nowhere. It just left me unfulfilled, unsatisfied. It gave me it made me a favorite, but it didn't feed me to what I wanted. And what I wanted is a championship. I left the tag team. I left being, with the Usos. I became main event Jay Uso for a reason. I didn't
Mhm.
become main event Jay Uso to get to the top and always just lose it. That's not who I am. So what
Yeah.
if I just want to now? I'm just like, you know what? This win, what I'm gonna do, I'm doing it for me. And guess what? I'm not doing it for the fans. I'm not doing it for the Yeet.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it for the colors. I'm not doing it for the Usos. I'm doing it for me. And probably you know who said that? Little big cousin Roman.
um Again, we are doing this live on X and YouTube, so over 100 people have tapped in from the Twitter side. So we want to build up the YouTube side, fellas. Again, youtube.com/cruise control podcast. But I definitely appreciate the Twitter X family. And as I'm looking at Twitter and X, we are doing this live. The instant reactions to Jay Uso Why is my TV light on? Hold on. Get out of here. The reaction live. I'm looking at, you know, Jey Uso winning, and people, some are not happy that they, because one, it's like, hey, why take out Braun for that? If my TV light goes on one more fucking time, all right. They're like, if you're gonna take out Braun and put and plug in Jey Uso, I think a lot of fans are not happy with the Uso win. Don't know why. But I think this can lead to the story you were mentioning about the Jimmy and the Roman. This all circles back to Bloodline Matters. But I'm like, okay, it would have been Punk and LA Knight. Would you have been okay with that? Okay, Punk and Dominic, I would have been down for that.
Interesting how that would have been, because
But why do you think people are not happy, or some people are not happy with the Jey Uso victory?
I think everyone's just mad because everyone feels like everyone's like, well, he had his he had the opportunity, he won one, let someone else win. LA Knight's been in the business for this long. He's had the hype, he's had this, he's had all of it, but we want Knight to win. We just want to switch it up. I mean, it's kind of a common thing. Someone's hot, someone is always winning some more. Everybody always wants to change it up, and they want to see someone win. We saw the 93 Bull. We saw the Bulls in the early 90s, the Bulls in the late 90s, the Lakers in the early 2000s. We saw from the Warriors, they keep on winning, and everyone's getting tired of it. I mean, we saw it with the Chiefs. They got dethroned by the Eagles. But I think one thing is like we're not, is everyone, I feel like everyone's not tired of it, of Jay's in the reign, but I feel like people are just waiting. People are just like, they just want to see that big win from that one character and just put the strap on them. But I guess this is really something that we just got to wait and see how this pans out. I mean, the magic they probably going to show, what they're going to show us, it's going to turn out to be something. We just got to wait to see what's set in 2 weeks after Saturday Night Main Event. I love how they did the foreshadowing with Punk entered the ring, Jay was there, but Jimmy was outside looking, so it's immediate big time foreshadowing. Like, I think they said it, blood is thicker than water, and right now, like this. And one thing that came to my mind when I saw this, what movie? Your movie came to my mind, Randy.
Which one?
Think about the scenario we're in, Jay and Jimmy. What movie do you quote like that? When you have brothers.
Brothers. I don't know. You got me stuck.
A
Not
movie?
not New Jack, right?
Yes.
Oh, and my brother's keeper. All right.
What did what did Steve Money and Nino Brown said when he was on the roof? When Nino had to smoke his own brother.
Yeah, and my brother's keeper, and then
CMB.
we all we got. We all we got. Yeah, well.
And Nino was crying tears.
Yeah.
So guess what? Let's put it like this. Jay Uso's Nino Brown. Jimmy is C Money.
G Money. Hey, get it right. Get it right now. G Money.
G Money. My fault. G Money.
All right.
Jimmy is G Money. But so what's he gonna do? Is Jay gonna pull the trigger on his brother? Is he his brother's keeper? Is it all worth the CMB for the World Heavyweight title? What's Jay gonna do? Is it all just to get this when realize the power is more important than having your brother by your side? G Money, Jimmy, what's he gonna do now? He saw that his brother's willing to do anything to get this title. Nino wanted to do anything to stay in power. So
but I think Jimmy would have to respect that, though.
He respects it, but here's the thing, we saw Jimmy try to, save his brother as well, but it's a cutthroat business. CMB is a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
Going for the World Heavyweight title is a cutthroat business. So What's more important, family or power? What do you think?
At this point, it's probably power for Jay, because if he's throwing out his own brother, his own family in a battle royal, then it's like, hey, listen, it's every man for himself. You in every battle royal, in every Royal Rumble, we cool on the outside, but once we get in this ring, 30 man, 20 man, 40 man, whatever, it's like, yo, I ain't got no friends, I ain't got no family, and the way my big, Roman Reigns has been pushing me to be this next guy and cut the fat off and make sure I'm good to be like to make me successful. This is what I have to do, and I think um that's what's been playing out on TV. Uh, Christy, Christopher, I'm sorry. Thank you, man. This is lame. LA Knight CM Punk would be a way bigger draw. Um, Also, LA Knight deserves a title run. They keep doing him dirty. Listen, I said at the beginning that I thought it would have been. I had a graphic with LA Knight ready to go, and I'm in theory and storyline. Hey, if Jay Uso got pinned last week in the triple threat, then I think all signs pointed to LA Knight and CM Punk for the strap. But apparently, um, and this is what triggers me, because I think what fans are upset about is that it could look like a foregone conclusion that CM Punk is going to walk out champion. But we know how this company rolls. Does any sign, any feeling like, yo, CM Punk may not walk out champion? Like, this could be another swerve to steer people off that I think deep down there's no rule written down. I think when it comes to CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they want CM Punk to take the title off of Seth Rollins.
Mm.
And nobody else. I know he won at SummerSlam against Gunther. I know that. But with this rivalry, we're talking about twice. Let's rewind the tape, fellas. Again, we're doing this live on X, YouTube. Any questions, comments, feedback from Raw, SmackDown, whatever else in the world of pro wrestling, hit us up in the chat. 2 times it was supposed to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. WrestleMania 40 and the upcoming Saturday main event. CM Punk is hurt in the Royal Rumble. That match does not happen. CM Punk and Seth is on the table for this upcoming event for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Seth Rollins gets injured. So now he's out. So it was like, is this match for the World Championship? They fought before, this non-title, Netflix, The Garden, Raw. But I'm like, yo, why can't we get these two in the ring for the World Heavyweight Championship both healthy? It is like, it's weird, it's bugged out. I wish them both health and all that, but it's like, damn, is it are you telling me that Punk and Seth is the match where Punk has to beat Seth for the title and nobody else? Because part of me thinks Jey Uso might walk out champion. That's just me. If Punk wins, I'm not shocked. But if Jey Uso wins, his character is going to change.
Yep.
It's going to change, and it has to change. It can't be all the eating, hey, cool, yeah. But like now, more bravado, or more like, yo, I'm the guy now. I'm the world champion now. And it has that swag, that confidence, that arrogance where you're in the gray area of Jey Uso. And it's like, what's next? Is your brother going to support you? What if Roman comes back and finds out, oh, you won a championship? Oh, like, how is that going to build? That's what part of me feels like Jey Uso might. It's not. It's probably 70-30 Punk, but don't be shocked if Jey Uso is now going to be a 2-time world champion.
2 time to CM Punk's what 13 time? No, not 13, 10 time.
CM Punk 10-time champion? Where?
Is he?
You mean in the WWE?
Yeah,
CM Punk. I really don't know. I'm gonna look at it. You
but
talk about world championships.
world, yeah, world titles, main titles. I mean, if we was to say who would this help more, it would help Jay a lot more. Punk is
Yo, if I
what's up.
guess a number, guess a number. Okay, there's two world heavyweight championships.
Let's just put them all together. Like,
No,
come
the way they did it. Okay, all right. I had the number.
on. Okay.
So guess how many times he's been world slash all that world heavyweight championship and the WWE championship combined. How many times?
Let's go with 8 times.
5.
5. Wow.
Yeah. 6. Yeah.
Six.
Well,
Close. Okay.
it could be 6 in about 2 weeks. He was a 2-time WWE champion, 1-time current world heavyweight championship, and a 3-time world heavyweight champion. The 02 2013 version of the title.
Okay. Okay.
So he's a 5-time champion in total.
I think this will really help Jay a lot more. This one will really give Jay, if you want to push Jay to be one of the, push him to be one of the greats or within that legacy to be a champion, to get a title reign, give him a 2-time champion. And then eventually you'll see what happens more. Like we said, when he's in that gray area, he leaves the Yeet wave behind. So he leaves that behind, brings back Roman. Next, the bloodline is now trying to follow under Roman, and Jay's probably going to be getting a little too big for his bridges. And furthermore, we'll get that in War Games, and hence, does Jay still hold the title all the way to the Royal Rumble, even to Mania? That would be something
Um,
if he wins.
I don't. That's why like, sometimes I think, all right, this is where CM Punk might win. Like obviously the story's there, the bigger name is there. Punk, like CM Punk world champion walking into Survivor Series War Games. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you tell me Punk and LA Knight, I'm leaning Punk.
Yeah,
Punk and Dom, I'm gonna say Punk. This one, I
it's
don't know. This seems
but all right,
there's a reason why they put Jay back. And again, he just got pinned last week
right.
against
So
Punk. So now are we saying it's the reverse?
what if you do this? Like, all right, if you put let's put it like this, Randy. If you put the title on Punk versus and or Jay, thinking about the future scenarios in the multiverse that you can have, you put the title on Punk. Who do you have to go after him? What creates more of a downward story down the
Like
line?
who's your opponents for
Yeah,
Punk?
yeah. Who would you put?
Um,
I know you already put LA Knight.
you got LA Knight, you have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. That's 2 right. That's 3 right there.
Okay.
Um, c- you could put Dom as a contender, as a challenger. LA Knight, you mentioned. Um, from the Raw roster,
But all right, if you was to put that, those individuals, they'd be good matches. But
yeah.
if you want some long term, it'll be someone new every week. And with the title, we want to see what draws out, especially with the big titles. We want to see what can produce, what can be drawn, what can be squeezed, minute maid, what can be
Hmm.
squeezed, simply made juice. Now, Punk, we love Punk. Punk is
Yeah.
always the GOAT. Punk is going to be someone that's going to create some good magic within himself, because the man's already telling us he could tell a story even before going to bed. Like, that's how crazy it is.
Hmm.
But if we should say Jay, right now, if we can say this with Jay, yo, Jay got so much baggage. The man got baggage. He hasn't even checked into the airport, bro. He got all of this. If he wins this title, yes, he'll get these opponents such as LA Knight. He'll also get, possibly CM Punk again,
Okay.
Braun Breaker. But the real battle is going to be from within. What he's going to start blossoming. His family, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns is going to return.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, he's the big dog. He's the next one. I'm main event, Jay Uso. I left this. I became who? Then guess what? We got more tension. What if Jay says, you know what? I don't need the bloodline. The bloodline needs me. I can make my own passage. I can make my own DNA.
Mm-hmm.
I can go off somewhere else. Or I can create somewhere else. Jay just starts going by himself. Then Jay might get some followers.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever see Roman be a follower to Jay Uso? We don't know. We
I
don't
don't. I
know.
don't. I don't know that.
Will
Um.
to come and sacrifice himself to follow under his brother? That we
hmm.
don't know either. So you see, like, I'm not trying to put a spin on it, but like we can see how Jay can turn this around, and this can lead to like a good 3 to 4 months of some good story, of some good writing, all the way up to the Royal Rumble. And LA
Um.
Knight, Jimmy and LA Knight, Jay
Yeah.
and LA Knight, that can be really good for a match down the line.
Christopher, do you think Brock will be introduced in the mix somehow?
Oof,
Um.
man,
Maybe. I don't think he has to. I think.
just
I
left
think
him.
they're good because you still got maybe Brock and Cena and something like that. Like I don't know what they're gonna
Man,
do with Brock. Um, and I think I had a thought. I'm trying to get it back. Oh yeah, the punk and Jey Uso stuff. I keep seeing Twitter. Um, they're not
really?
happy. They're not happy. We're doing this live. The people are not happy about Jey Uso, and I'm like, maybe that's what they want for you to be, because you're still gonna watch next Monday, Saturday main event. You're still gonna watch. Um, but I think the story is there for Jay to kind of like redeem himself. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. CM Punk in chase mode is kind of like more to them interesting in
Mhm.
chase mode than being champ, because you mentioned if he's champion, what do you do with Jey Uso? Is Jimmy gonna cost Jey Uso the title? Is it gonna be like that where, like, damn, my brother threw me out, but am I gonna
Cost?
jerk his wreck and not be champion? Like, because we already had that year and a half ago
He did.
with Jimmy and Jay. So like now it's like, does fuck around? Does Roman help Jey Uso to win the title? And then you get a Roman. Wow. Could Roman come back, help Jey Uso somehow, and then you start off CM Punk and Roman? Because where does Punk go with no Seth? What
Can
do
we?
you what
Can
do you
we?
do? Because Seth being out for a while might have done harm to the WrestleMania potential card, whatever the fuck that was gonna be. But hey, could this be a thing where Roman and CM Punk now comes into play, because we heard it was going to be Seth and Roman or Seth and Punk? If Seth is out of WrestleMania, this is probably the next biggest main event you can do.
It will be something special. You do Punk and Roman. I mean, we saw the tension. This highlights back from with Paul Heyman and last year's War Games.
Mm,
So the tension is there, and it also stems from WrestleMania. So this can really
yeah.
help as well. This can really put a lot of. This can fill in a lot of multiple choice questions that which all the answers all marked together, all the above. So this is really an experiment waiting to happen where where you have everything that's going to mix. You know, is this the right formula? Are these the right chemicals to mix?
Yeah.
I think these things could either be volatile or they could be a placebo. So we just gotta wait and see what is it. What we gonna get? Are we gonna get something that's gonna be a napalm? Are we gonna get something that's just fool's gold? We just gotta wait and find out what's gonna happen after Saturday night in Utah, Salt Lake. Karl Malone, Jordan. That's how I say Brian
uh,
Russell, Jordan.
Brian Russell, oh boy. Um, just trying to check out Game 7.
Oh, the
Let's see what's going on.
oh the
Oh,
Blue
Toronto won.
Toronto won.
Damn.
Sorry for the Mariners. Shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. The
All right, so we
greatest.
got LA and Toronto.
Whew, we got blue on blue.
Yeah, Kendrick against Drake.
I think you about to start something, Randy. And hey, you can't sue because guess what? The judge denied it.
Yeah. If Jay wins, maybe we get Jay and Jimmy for the belt. I mean, yeah, they could do it. You just know Jimmy not gonna win.
But Jay's gonna be hot, especially if he leaves the Yeet behind. I think
Damn,
Jay's
would
gonna
he
leave
do
that.
that? Would he leave the Yeet behind or
I
like
think so.
remix it?
I think so because this is a different Jay versus how it was. You notice like the big color, the glasses are very
Yeah.
much different. This ain't the same like how it was before.
Hmm.
Tonight was the rare occasion you saw them say run it back, and then he's like, I ain't running ish back. My time is now. Y'all wanted me to do this, and guess what that left me? With a whole bunch of nothing. So I think that could really do well if Jay really picks up and builds off of this and says, you know what? All this got me nowhere. Look what they got me. One intercontinental title, one world heavyweight title within that. And you know what? I got more. I can count on one hand of all my accomplishments. Intercontinental title, Royal Rumble, one world heavy versus my other hand.
Hmm.
He loss after loss, betrayal. Look, I can still count, but I got three to how many?
Yep.
So if I was Jay, I could pick up on that and really just roll with it and kill it.
Question is, who needs the World Heavyweight Championship more, Jey Uso or CM Punk?
Jey Uso.
Uh, I
Jey Uso.
asked because I feel the same way. I don't think would I like Punk to have the championship? Sure,
We all do,
but
but
does he need it?
no. I think Punk is at the role of, working with and pushing talent. And I still think he really wants to wait for that big draw, which is Seth. But Seth right now is, sideline right now. Punk is doing a real good job working, pushing, putting over a lot of good young talent and working still. So I think this will really just push Jay to put him over and just see what can he do now after leaving the all babyface era and just going to the little gray area, the mercenary era, as I call it. What's he gonna do as the second coming of Roman, the projected second coming of Roman? Does Jay have the Nino Brown in him? Is he gonna turn on G Money? Dada Man and
So,
Keith
so you want Jay to tell Jimmy, sit your $5 ass down before I make change?
before I yeet your ass change. Yeah, I think that will do good. I mean, they both from the Bay Area. 4
Yeah.
letters, one word, or 5 letters, champ.
Do you
And
think they are saving Braun for the Rumble or maybe the Chamber? So this is very interesting.
that's very
Chamber, as we mentioned last Friday, is in Chicago. the Royal Rumble winner is really now up in the air. Um, if Punk is gonna win the Chamber, yo, that means the Rumble. The Rumble, I think, could they say Braun to win the Rumble?
I think they're waiting still because, especially after Paul Heyman's encounter with the Brawns tonight. I think if the Brawns, like if they're pushing the vision, they were waiting. I think if they're going to push the Brawns to be a dominant tag team force.
First.
I think they're going to push them as the tag team force
Yeah.
first, and because especially Dragon Lee and AJ Styles won the tag team titles tonight.
That's right, y'all. Brand new tag champions. You see what happens when they defend the titles? They
As
lose it.
Howard Finkel will say. But
Yep.
I think that if you want to give them the push, like it will be already too easy. We thought Braun was going to have it, but what if you utilize both Braun and Bronson Reed? You don't want to just have Breaker win the heavy and then Bronson Reed's just back there. If you're pushing him to beat Roman and beat all these top headliners within the last few months, I'm like, okay, what about Bronson Reed? What you gonna do with him? If you make them the dominating tag team, you can help save the tag team titles and make them be worthy. You'll have contenders really fight for those tag team titles. So you give the titles to the Bronsons, and we can get something going.
Yeah, I think at some point they'll be tag champions. To solidify that faction, AJ and Dragon League gonna be champions for maybe I don't know, but it's good to see brand new tag champions. We also saw Dom defend his title against Rusev. He beat Rusev.
Classic
Um,
Dom. What a great performance.
and then we also saw Becky and Maxine Dupree for the women's IC championship. Pretty good match.
Maxine and Becky Lynch. Let me tell you right now, I never know we needed those matches like that, but we did.
And we saw Stephanie beat Roxanne.
That was
Roxanne just piling up losses, but I know it's gonna come back good for her at some point.
saluting to their previous matches in NXT. So
yeah, but I tell you one thing.
What's up? You got?
I do think.
Speak to me.
That I think when Liv Morgan comes back, she ain't going right for the strap. I think it'll be a little while before she goes after the championship. I think that the one that could take the strap off of Stephanie when that time comes is Raquel Rodriguez. I think she's the one that, okay, if it's not Liv, if it's not Roxanne, if it's not gonna be Nikki Bella and everybody else, or for the time being Rhea and the Oscars and the EOs, like she with the way she was scrapping it tonight, you just kind of see like Steph and Raquel will be a nice match for the championship. And I think when not saying next week, but I think Raquel could be the one to take the strap off of Steph. In my mind, just say Raquel beats Stephanie, Liv wins the Royal Rumble, and then you get Liv and Raquel for the strap at Mania. It's because the Judgment Day stuff is starting to like have cracks in it. No more tag champions. The only champion you have is Dom for the IC champion.
Hey Randy,
Raquel is the next big person to win a championship in that faction.
Hey Randy, if I also speak like a fan, let me speak from a fan. Why do you think Raquel Rodriguez should win the title? She just big. So she's not like a Liv Morgan. She's not a Roxanne. Why do you think Liv Morgan, not like a Liv Morgan, why do you think Raquel Rodriguez deserves to win the championship?
Because she's had one of the better years of anybody on the roster. She worked hard. She got to the spot, and Big Mommy Cool. She's the biggest one on the roster, maybe outside of Nia Jax. And you mean to tell me she can't even get a world championship title match? or become a champion at some point. I'm not saying she's going to be champion next week, but I think when it's all said and done, she could be the one to take it off Steph, because this like, why not? The question is, I actually question, why not? Why not Raquel Rodriguez? Steph beat Tiff. She beat Roxanne. She's gonna beat everybody else they put in her way until you see Big Mommy Cool in your face, like, oh shit, time to get to work. Then we'll see what happens. But they love the Stephanie now. They love Vakera. She's dope. She's awesome. Back there, Raquel. All right, we getting you ready next.
You're up next.
You're up next.
And she got praise from the OG Diesel himself.
Kevin Nash. Come on.
Kevin Nash. Hey, Kevin Nash, man. We would like to hear what you got to say about Raquel, and also too,
Big Daddy Cool.
What was the words that you was giving her? You told her to wrestle tall, but what does that look like as well?
Yeah.
What does it look like wrestling tall, for Raquel.
That's right. I'm looking at real time stuff. Okay, so yeah, Dodgers Blue Jays, man. That's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
6 versus the LBC.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking at two world champions had to vacate the title. I think Naomi and Seth.
Tonight was an interesting night. We had 3 championships on the line tonight.
Yeah, it felt like a night of champions on Raw. Like, oh shit!
You saw that.
Everyone, except the Roxanne match. I thought that was for the strap too. I'm like, this for the strap. I'm like, I didn't hear a championship, whatever. But I thought a pretty decent Raw. Again, somewhat now I want to say controversial, but a finish that most aren't gonna like. But fuck it, it is what it is.
We just gotta wait till what it is.
Yeah, man, just fuck.
Yeah, that's how you eat. That's calm down.
Fucking.
Calm down. I mean, hey, we just can't predict that. But interesting to see how this is. Unfortunately, we're not in the business. We can't, because I tell you right now, I can't do half the things these guys are doing, and for them to be very skilled, unfortunately, some of them get hurt.
Yeah,
and we just can't heal. We can't heal them faster or make them come back because, they're putting the bodies on the line and we're watching it for entertainment. So
that's a fact. That's
can't really say much, but also we got a lot of people out. I was thinking, my boy was texting me. He was like, "Yo, Otis is in this. I haven't seen Otis in a minute." I was like, "Yeah, the last time we saw Otis is when he was, scrapping probably with Chad Gable, and Chad Gable been wrestling. He's been out with an injury as well. So we got a lot of people, good people out on injuries. So
a lot of people, like on one hand. You said Chad, Gunther, Bianca, Liv, Naomi, Seth.
Jade,
but
Jade.
That's 7 people.
That's
Kevin Owens, 8.
Kevin Owens, yeah, we got a lot of Naomi's dealing with pregnancy. She's not in.
I know, but I'm saying, but she's out. You won't see her for next
9 months,
next spring
or 2 years, because
depends. She got 8 people out.
So it's really hard out there, and now we're trying to see if they really trying to call up the next upcoming talent. NXT, give guys a new push, see if they can really work with it, trying to push in with it. Probably people from NXT, people from TNA. We just got to see what works and see what it is. That's just the way trying things out, experiments. I mean, hey, when you try to date somebody, you got to see if this works out. Yeah. And I'm going to say this again, Randy. When you go to the supermarket, you try to pick the right fruit. You got to see, is it good for you? Because wrestling is fruit, baby.
All right. Christopher, do you think LA Knight getting close but coming up short is similar to Cody's journey to the title? Triple H did say LA Knight, his time will come. Could they be sitting on that? I mean, they could, but it's like at what point in time do you pull that trigger for LA Knight to become world heavyweight champion? If the time is not now, when the main champ is out for quite a few months, and you got CM Punk on one side, and to have the match for the world heavyweight championship after you had a triple threat match where you did not get pinned, and you can't even get a straight up one-on-one match against Punk to determine the new champion, then I don't know what you do for the time being for LA. Listen, that Royal Rumble is a crapshoot. It's like anybody can win that shit. LA Knight can win the whole fucking Rumble. Braun Breaker could win it. Dom could win it. Um, Sami Zayn could win the Royal Rumble. Like, it's now one of those rumbles where listen, Roman Reigns could win the Rumble. Randy Orton could win it. It's anybody's ball game when it comes to um that match. Let me get a couple of these. Hey, Noob. He loves the Kabuki Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors might go for the women's tag titles. Like, do we need to see Asuka holding the women's tag titles in 2025? Because I get the feeling that Rhea and Io might set up war games.
Possibly, but
You could get the Kabuki against Charlotte and
Alexa,
Alexa. They just did a title defense on Friday.
we need some
I would like to see
Raw.
Charlotte and Alexa more on Raw to go
Yo,
back and forth with the titles.
we need some Raw women's champion tag titles, but we need a stronger women's division, tag division.
So right
Raw.
now you have Charlotte, Alexa,
Okay,
Kabuki.
Kabuki.
I mean, for the time being, you can put Rhea and Io. Not like a legit tag team, but they'll be whatever.
Michin, BFAB.
Yeah.
You got
Who else we got?
Chelsea and
Uh, uh um, the secret Hervis, secret
Service. Get well
Hervis, right?
soon. Piper Nevins.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually, well, you got Raquel and Roxanne.
Okay. It's like
Raquel,
what,
Roxanne.
4 tag teams? 5?
Yeah. Then you got Maxine, Natalia. That's if so.
You're probably gonna put Bailey and
Lyra.
Lyra.
So
Okay.
it's a little
Yeah, but
interesting.
these are just put together. Yo, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit. All right, both y'all not doing shit together. You're a tag team now. It's not like the true traditional, but I
I
get
get
it.
it. It's like the
Um,
Kabukis are a real traditional tag team, the only traditional tag team.
Brendan, thank you, man. Appreciate it. The battle royal should have been the moment where Finn Balor turned his back on Dom Mysterio. Then they should have given him the win. Okay, I don't know about the win, but I think
It's still too
something
early.
where you could again create a story within the battle royal or the Royal Rumble. That's what they used to do. But like, yeah, like how long is Judgment Day gonna be like intact for, bro? Something has to happen with this iteration of Judgment Day. Like to Brendan's point, if Dom is the only champ left, JD and Finn could have felt the way, threw Dominic out the battle royal or something like that, and then start this beef to make the Judgment Day crumble. But they now have some beef with Sheamus, so it's.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early for them to
But also with the Dom match, you create a Rusev Penta thing,
a
which
triple
is
threat.
good. So now Dom is getting away from Penta. He's getting away from Rusev. Bye bye. I gotta find new. Now he's got to find new people to
I think they're
scrap
gonna
with.
I think they're gonna throw him in a triple threat.
Who, Dom? You
Dom
love triple threats,
Penta.
bro.
I, yo, I love
Oh, Dom, Rusev, and Penta.
yes. You throw that triple threat in, luchador, two luchadors with
What for
Rusev,
main event? You think so?
maybe main event. I think they might. 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
we've been seeing this build up for the last 4 weeks. I think so.
Christopher. So now is War Games going to be the Wyatts and Sammy and the MFTs?
Yo, I think from SmackDown, the MFTs and the Wyatts got some real collision course, and I think that's really going to be different. You know, we get someone that's really not like a big main carder. You know, you get a mid
Are
card.
you okay with that? Are you okay with War Games
I'm in.
being like it's
I'm in
there, but it ain't like
top tier, like main card,
yeah.
but I'm interested to see how it is. I'm interested. You know, it'll be different. You putting different tag teams in there, the Wyatts versus MFT. So that's telling me, what if they're gonna put something like either the women's War Games is gonna probably go over for the men, or we're gonna have some other matches that are going to go above the War Games matches.
Yeah, because last year the men's War Games main event is Survivor Series. Now, if
Yes, the
this is the
last
main,
last
hold
two
on,
occasions.
if this is the
Okay.
main men's match,
Yes.
are the Wyatts and the MFTs going to main event Survivor Series, or to your point, they're probably going to have like a singles title match, whatever, or the women's go on last this time. But what beef is being created to have the 4-on-4, 5-on-5 for the women's side, where it's like, damn, the culmination of this rivalry, whatever, it has to be in. I think this year you're just doing War Games just to do it. It's like nothing right now is substantial enough. Like, yo, man, this fucking beef is crazy, man. It's going on for a whole 6 months in a year. They only one way to settle this shit. War Games. I don't. If again, I think the Seth Rollins injury fucked this whole shit up. It fucked the whole shit up. It was gonna be the Vision and Brock and the Bronson, maybe Austin Theory and Seth against any five you're gonna pick. I'm like, yo, that would have been fucking lit. Now it's like, all right, you want to be in War Games? I mean, I think this storyline right now is not just yet. Not like, ooh, War Games. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this shit, bro. Maybe it'll get there. Maybe it'll get there.
We got a whole about
Yeah, a month and a half, bro.
a whole month and a half, the end of November. So we got a lot to see what we can cook. So who knows? They might, with the women and then with the tag team champions, Charlotte and Alexa, you might have something that you, like you said, for your theory. If they start jumping shows, you know, Charlotte had prior beef with Asuka
Okay, I'm
before.
bugging. Why would Sammy be unless I missed something, why would Sammy be involved in here?
Solo has always been, you know, at Sammy when he's been having his open
Oh,
title
yeah, okay.
challenge matches. So
Okay, got it.
that would be interesting. Sammy joins the Wyatts against the MFTs. That would be pretty interesting.
Brendan, maybe I only say Finn should have won because seeing Jey Uso win left a bad taste in my mouth. I think the storyline with him and Jimmy is a great way. Um, I think the storyline with Jay and Jimmy could be good. I just don't know how long they would do it for because 99.9% people in the world would think Jay is gonna beat Jimmy Uso, especially if he's champion. Like Jimmy's not gonna beat Jay for the strap.
I don't think so.
He might win by a little count out, DQ, but he ain't leaving with the strap. I think that's the whole thing about Jimmy and Jay is that they'll have a match. It can go well, but Jay is not losing to Jimmy Uso. Yeah, that's not some hating shit. It just I
It's just the way it is.
do it tomorrow. Let's see who wins. Also, but like at this point, how many times can we watch one of the Usos wrestle CM Punk? And this, I'm going to mark this down. This is my point that I made like a month ago. That this is why, and they won't do it. This is why I feel like they have to go away from the brand split. Because once you have a brand split, you're like, all right, I got these 12, 13 people on Monday and 12, 13 on SmackDown. So hey, you cannot cross over. Like, what if the battle royal was just Raw people and SmackDown people that made it more interesting. What if someone from SmackDown won the Battle Royal? Like, what if Carmelo Hayes won the Battle Royal? What if give me someone? I'm saying Drew McIntyre. What if Drew McIntyre won the Battle Royal and he gets CM Punk, and then you renew that rivalry? It's like I feel like the brand split hinders the crossover. Where every Monday I'm like, all right, I know it's gonna be Penta, I know it's gonna be Roxanne, I know it's gonna be. It's just the same. That's your roster. Like, hey, what if I've put on Raw on Netflix and I get a Charlotte Flair, I get a Randy Orton, I get, you know, Jay Cargill. What if I get Tiffy? I get Night. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we just everybody, both shows should be anybody goes on. Anybody goes on.
Okay.
When you watch Raw, you don't know who's gonna fucking pop up. Could be Roman, could be Cody, could be Seth, it could be anybody. But I think when you really tighten up your roster for 12, 13, 14 people every Monday, every Friday, it's like, damn, how many matches, how many times can you see Rusev and Dom, or Penta and Dom, or the New Day and the War Raiders,
Oh
you
my.
know, or LA Knight Punk, LA Knight Uso Punk. Like at some point in time, it's like,
It's going to get real repetitive. It is repetitive.
yeah, it has been. I mean, a little tweak here and there, but it's like for the most part, you know who the main players are.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like I go back in the day when you watch Raw, Stone Cold, Rock, Taker, Triple H, Mankind, Kane. Oh, Friday. Oh, this tag team, that tag team, plus Stone Cold, plus Kurt Angle, plus Jericho, plus Edge. Like, oh, Hardy's. Oh shit, this shit. The roster, I think, is pretty big enough to where you can have anybody pull up on a certain Friday or Monday night.
Yeah, but I think they just trying to. How can I say? The E right now is in a business of restricting and saving their top players to not wrestle on all both occasion nights because they want to keep them healthy. They want to keep them be able to perform, and performing on both two nights, that's just gonna probably do wear and tear. But hey, this is what
No, not
outside
two
looking in.
nights, not 2 nights. But I'm talking about like,
But like if all right, if you have Jay wrestle tonight on Raw, and then you like, all right, let him go to SmackDown on Friday. That's still 2 nights out of the week, to do that. So, and that's a lot of, wear and tear. Jimmy's around
no.
our age.
What I mean is
Jay's
not
around.
wrestle. Jay Uso he can
Pop
fight
up.
on Monday
Okay.
and pop up on Friday to continue the story that was laid out on Monday. So like if you the stories should cross over. Like just because my story is only on Monday, that don't mean like I can't be there or whatever on Friday to further it or to expand on it. You know what I mean? Like that just like for example, the Damian Priest, Aleister Black. That's a dope story going on.
Yeah.
But now I gotta wait till every Friday. What if Black pulled up on Monday and Damian Priest is in the hospital with the thing and like okay, it's extending throughout the whole program. Not I gotta wait to see these guys on Friday.
I guess they just want the build up. They want to see. They want you to wait and see to turn in versus
Yeah.
doing that. But I see what you mean by that. It just leaves that. But I see what they're trying to like build up and wait. Like, oh, turn to SmackDown. You can only watch SmackDown. Oh, you can only watch Raw for this certain action. So, but
Yeah.
it kind of just leaves us like waiting, limbo. But we got to be patient. Some of us may be just impatient, but that's just the way. We just got to wait for the dice to roll and see what Allen gets in Jumanji.
Before we wrap up, Christopher, what do you think about the John Moxley rumors coming back to the WWE?
I've never heard anything
I
about
don't
it.
know. I think his contract is still kind of lengthy
Let me tell you
for
something.
AEW. Yeah.
Did you see that on AEW? Him versus Darby Allin?
No, I saw little things here and there
Ooh.
from Wrestle Dream.
Yo, when
I
I
saw
tell
Sting pulled up.
when I tell you this, first off, shout out to John Moxley and Darby Allin.
Mhm.
Those two always put on one of the, God, how can I say it? God, it's like Hannibal Lecter fighting. Oh my God, it's like Hannibal Lecter fighting Jason Voorhees.
Really?
It's so gruesome, so bloody. It's like pushing the limits. Like, if you love wrestling and just see how it's really done, yo, watch a John Moxley and a Darby Allin match. This match had them like taking nails out of each other's hand to a point Moxley was dunking Darby Allin's head in a fish tank with water, trying to drown him. I think someone put it on Twitter. If you ever play GTA 5 where Trevor tortures the person, that's
Mhm.
how they both were doing it. And then automatically you saw the light go out.
Yeah.
And then, my boy was like, oh man, that's who. I'm like, oh, you know who that is? I'm like, would it be? Even though he retired, let alone lights came on, there's Sting.
Mhm.
And he gave the bat to Darby. Everyone knows that Darby Allin and Sting, they have like a real tight connection. So,
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah,
yeah,
facts.
they have a real tight connection. So,
Mm.
like a Darby, if you really like wrestling, like really watch a John Moxley and a Darby Allin match. But I don't know. I think Moxley's gonna really stay with AEW. He's that
Yeah,
those zeros are lengthy long, and
I think he'll
ink,
stay.
that ink is never gonna run out right now.
The main guy is Jericho. I think Jericho's gonna pull up at some point in time. Um, Let me
That ink.
see. Brendan, the battle royal was in a really odd spot because you either had upper card people who were already involved, mid card, which has its own thing going on, and low card where you just know nobody's winning. Um,
I said Otis was gonna beat face off against CM Punk. Otis and CM Punk at Saturday Night Main
yeah,
Event.
so you see CM Pong, you see the war rate is all right, just taking on space, and
Oh my
like
god!
when you saw the graphic, all right, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You saw
Five of
the
y'all might be the main
6.
people. But yeah, that's the Monday Night Raw roster. Like I said last week, what if it were me? Seth would again. They said he had surgery today, and if he did, okay, then he wasn't gonna do the Raw. I would have said, all right, have Seth come out, be upset, talk shit, tell Braun come out here, Bronson, whatever. They talk their shit about the title. Braun would have came out with the title, right? 'Cause he still had it, and it's like, yo, if that's what you want, do it right now. Basically, Braun beats Steph for the title right there on Raw. And then Braun's your champion. He walks into Saturday Night event as champion against CM Punk. You go on from there. But they went with the battle royal thing, which was cool. Haven't seen the battle royal in quite some time, and and it is what it is. And I know we're gonna wrap up soon, but listen, Jey Uso is the guy. We get him, and CM Punk, and that's why it's Punk. Punk pinned Jey Uso last week. I'm telling you, don't be fucking surprised if Jey Uso wins the match.
One word, 5 letters. Champ. That's
There
what's
you
gonna
go.
happen.
There you go. Over 200 people have chimed in. I know you guys can't see it, but it says 210 are from the people who have chimed in, whether on
That's
YouTube or Twitter. X, I think majority is from X and Twitter.
yeah.
We thank you. We really appreciate you chiming in at some point. Also on YouTube, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. We do this every Monday night and Friday night, depending on our schedule. So speaking of schedules, I can't do Friday night. I'll be at the Nick game, and
Mixtape.
so what's gonna happen is I'll probably do the show Friday afternoon with Graham.
Tune in for Graham, my
So
man
like
Graham.
12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something. We're gonna figure it out, but we'll do like I guess preview for SmackDown, whatever's going on. And I do want to bring up something with him about Mercedes. I know she's like now a 12-time champ.
11-time, 12-time
I think
champion.
she's 12. I think, but now
That's
she's gonna go up against Statlander for the AEW championship. So at
ooh.
Full Gear, I think. So I want to tap in with him regarding that. Last question, Brendan, was a great podcast to jump in on. You definitely earned a sub today. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so it's usually me, Kenny, my boy Terrence Watson, who's out in Portland right now, doing some things, and the OG Graham Matthews from Bleacher Report. So I know I'm gonna get him back on Friday afternoon, and then I got to figure out the Mondays and stuff like that. So we'll figure it out. Any last words, Kenny? Anything that I missed from Raw?
As we said before, just interested on Jay Uso. I think this is Jay Uso's time. His time is down. No pun to Triple H.
You
His
mean
time,
Cena?
I think it is. The Yeet Wave is coming to a conclude. I think he's going to go in a different route. Raw, I think Raw was a C plus. I would give it a C plus, especially with the appearances, everything. Braun's interaction with Adam Pearce, that was pretty funny. That was pretty good.
Mm.
I'm just waiting to see what they're gonna do. Yeah, man. Happy birthday to Tony Storm.
Oh, it's today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Tony Storm.
I'm sorry, timeless Tony Storm.
Timeless Tony Storm.
That's right.
Timeless Tony
Let's
Storm.
get it right. Let's get it right.
Excuse me. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Trey. He gave me some real good stuff. He loves AEW as well. He just chose it. So he gives me a lot of insight on that. But yeah, man, we just gotta wait for these 2 weeks. And then I say from Saturday Night Main Event all the way to War Games, we just gotta watch out to see what really turns out. I think we just gotta wait and see what really turns out these next 2 to 6 weeks. We just really got to plug in and lock in for that.
Yep. Got to lock in, fellas. Lock in. Follow Kenny Holt at Kawabunga_K_E_N. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J CRUZ. You'll find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also on IG and TikTok at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. I see the last thing we spoke about, Braun Breaker, is up at 6,000 views. So that
was insane.
People are chiming into Mr. Braun Breaker. And some other previous posts. So go ahead again, IG and TikTok at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. For myself, Randy Cruz and Kenny Holt. We'll see you sometime next week.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Cool.